Right, hello everybody and welcome as usual to the labs. The labs that's got quite a few more things in it now because we've had Retro Road Trip 2013, which on this occasion was a solo trip because there was so much to bring back. Couldn't possibly put anybody else in the car. So Retro Road Trip went all the way from here in the northeast down to London and back up. A distance of 560 miles in total in 15 hours we did it in. It was a long day. But we went down to visit Carl, who has the Carl's Tech Shed channel. There's a link to that down below. It's not an active channel at the moment because he has done videos but they've moved, so he may start up again in the future, but there are videos there and you can see some of the stuff that I retrieved off him in those videos. So yeah, so we've got a lot to get through. So I'm not going to show you everything because there's a lot of components, PCB boards and things like that. I'm going to show you the main items, one of which is quite massive, very massive indeed, and they're related items. And I think some people are going to enjoy this because some people have a lot of interest in some of the rare things that I bought off Carl. So I think it's time to switch to a floor view, and that's the best way to present these items. Enjoy! Right, and welcome to the floor view. A bit of a dirty floor because we had to use this as dumping ground last night. It got a bit dirty, so I got to clean that up. On the right there you can see something from a future video that's already been filmed but will be appearing after this one, just to blow your mind there. So here we go. Right, this stuff is obviously at the moment pre-restoration because it needs a bit of a clean up because it's been in storage for a long time. And the first thing I'm just going to do from perhaps from smallest to largest, and I want to show this first to put Mark Payne out of his misery, who's been suffering since we started teasing him that we got something that he was interested in that was rare. So, here it comes! What the bugger is that I hear you saying? Well, I'll give you a clue first. I'm going to tease you. Look at these keys. Look at the lettering on these cards. There we go. Look at the lettering on these keys. Especially that J there. Can you see it clearly? Let me take you up closer for a closer look, as they say. Let's have a look at these keys. Look at that one. Do you recognise some of that? If not, do you recognise these ports on the back? Ah! If not, I'm going to put you out of your misery. This is basically a Spectrum 48K in a more rugged keyboard case. This was something you could buy, and I've seen it in some of the older magazines. Never come across one before, and it's the only one I've ever known of. And Carl let me have this for free. He wasn't aware of what it was, and I said that we believe it's a Spectrum 48K hiding in there. And he's quite amazed. This one is going to be going in the bath and having a restoration job done on it. But yes, it has two power leads, so exactly why it has two power leads I do not know. It must be a separate one for this keyboard. I'm imagining there's an interface and this has its own power supply. It's a very strange machine. It's a DK-Tronics, no model number given, speaker underneath. But more about that on the day when I do a review video of it. But related to that, it doesn't stop yet, Mark, we have got some tapes as well, but I'm going to show you this jobber for the ZX box, called the ZX box. Sound amplifier for the Spectrum, made in England. Inter-Service Electronics Limited. Yes, it's a little... Let's clean that up. That's where the feet have been. These new feet. It's a little amplifier. This is ZX Spectrum. Never seen it before. Carl had never seen it before. I wasn't even sure what it was. I worked it out. So there we go. A Spectrum 48K DK-Tronics edition and a ZX box. Now the stuff just gets larger. Let's put you to the side, or even up here, out of the way, and let's bring down the bad guy. Now this one is in need, you'll see it in a second, of some TLC, so you're going to need your imagination here, but it will clean up, I know, and I should be doing just that after this video. Let's be very gentle here, for this is an incredibly rare machine. You probably see it already. This is a Tatung Einstein. Yay! Apparently it's fully working, but as you can see, it's in need of some love. Yes, this is mould and stuff. Apparently these drives work, keyboard works, everything works. It's just cosmetic. So this is going to go into the bath for good soaking with some washing machine stuff. And it should come up nice. I don't know about down here. Hear me? Have some look like mounting marks. So, well, oh no, it's like a glue. So that may come off. If anybody can recommend a good stuff for getting that off without scratching it, please let me know. Yes, I think we can get the majority of that off. I might need to take some work, but the rest of this should come off nicely. I imagine the PCB is going to be in a similar condition, but yes, we'll give it our usual treatment, get that working. Now, related to that, if I just push you out of the way a second, actually I'll bring the top down and we'll use the top of her to display stuff. See how, yes, definitely in need of some restoration. Okay, related to the Einstein, we have WD Pro Cuma. Now, this uses the same discs as the Amstrad CPC. Where is she? I always forget the model number. Excuse me. It's just around the corner here. Hiding 6128. The CPC 6128 uses these 3-inch discs, which I prefer way over the 3.5-inch discs, because these are a whole lot more reliable. At the time, it was cheaper for them to buy these drives. Because most machines at the time, this is 1984, used tape, and they wanted to go for a disc option because they wanted it to be used in business. So filing was going to be an important aspect of that. So they wanted a disc-based system, and that one came up cheap. We know it was cheap because Alan Sugar bought them as well, and he always liked to bargain. So that's WD Pro, professional word processor. From the same producers, we have Database. Also has disc and it's manual, which is very nice. We couldn't find any software for it when we got it, and Carl grabbed all these books and stuff and stuck them in. We didn't realise at the time these got discs in. So Carl is going to try and find me the software for this if he does, and we'll get it sent up to me. Also, we have some manuals, some very thick manuals. We have the BBC Basic Z80 reference manual. Massive thing with quite a lot of it's upside down. Weird. Yeah, it's quite a lot of pages. Doesn't even number them. Bugger. No page numbers, that's unusual. Okay, the main section's got pages numbers. No, hang on, I'm wrong. Ah, yeah, it runs through to about there, so 283 pages to that point. So that's that one. We also have an introduction to Einstein Color Microcomputer. So, as there were only 5,000 of these made, I can't imagine there's too many of these left. So I shall be reading that. Maybe even at work, because I'm that geeky. Next, we have DOS MOS introduction, the Einstein microcomputer. This could also run CPM, so I'm going to be seeing if I can run some of the Amstrad CPM stuff on here. Probably won't work, but never know. Dr. Logo introduction, and the camera's picking up Einstein's face there for the Tatung Einstein colour microcomputer. Yeah. Also, basic reference manual for the Einstein colour microcomputer. Another relatively thick one. So, and also, something I'm really happy about too. So look, I've got them up here, hang up. So I have these tucked out of the way because I'm trying to flatten them. We have Einstein user, user Einstein or Einstein user, volume 1, number 1, from November 1984, price 95p, inside the Einstein. So this talks about the design of the Einstein, talks to its designers and all that, so that's fascinating stuff. And issue number 2 as well. Is this the ultimate arcade machine? Perhaps not. This Einstein, by the way, does have 2 disk drives, which is nice. So we'll get about renovating those 2. We'll do, if anybody wants a renovation video, see me tear it down and clean it up, I shall be doing one of them. Same for the little spectrum thing. It's unusual. Now, there's a few other things hanging around here, but I'm going to concentrate for now on the main things. We've got 50 floppy disks over there, brand new. We've got another drive over there, but I can't show you that at the moment because that's related to something else I'm about to show you. So, for the rest of the stuff, the other 2 big items, we need to go downstairs. Join me, won't you? Right, welcome to the living room lab. The Livy Lab. This is where the bigger stuff is living. And next up in scale is this bugger. Just to give you a scale comparison, let me look. This is what I have, a bookend, and you can see the scale of this compared to this bookend. And put it there, probably give you a better end size scale. There we go. There's the bookend. There's this. What is it? Well, it's a video player, but it's not just any video player. This is a Panasonic AG 7350. This brand new was £4,500 in 1988, and today from a dealer you're going to be paying somewhere, well, on eBay these sell for about 350 quid. On a dealer is going to charge you around 900 to £1,000 for this even now, because what is it? Well, it's a broadcast quality video player. It's basically what was used for broadcasting your TV programs. Not sure, but I think this one came from ITV. Not entirely sure. Carl, correct me on that. Yes, they were used and still are used in studios, video editing suites. So let's have a look. Switcher on. Have a quick look. Under this screw panel are a lot more controls. And yes, this isn't a domestic item, so it doesn't have a clock. It has a timer. But you can do time imprints on your videos and stuff like that. We'll do a full review of this some other time, but it goes way back there. And you open it, it's all modular design, so you can easily take parts out, put them back in, and minimum downtime on it. I'll show you the advantages, the quick advantage of this. If you press play, I'll quickly show you up here. There's a red dwarf playing away. But if I press search, there we go, get a nice perfect freeze frame. But that's not all. If I turn this inner dial, you'll see up here, I can move frame by frame. Going up to full speed there. Forwards, backwards, instant response. There we go. If I turn it fast enough. Nope, stops. There we go. And if I turn the outer dial, show you that. Inner dial and outer dial. Outer dial there. It's slowly moving away. Yeah, the inner dial lets you move frame by frame. When you stop moving, it stops. Use the outer dial. You can move frame by frame at any speed. That's still. So I'll have a little twitch there. You can move at any speed. Right through normal play, right up to, I think it's 4 speed. 2 speed or 4 speed I'll go up to. But there you go, bit of red dwarf there. So yes, you can play around and it will respond forwards, backwards. Ooh, precision broadcast equipment. So yes, I got that for, well, a very, very small fraction of its current value. Cole paid even less than I did, but he was happy to sell me that for my offer. So, got that at a very good price, and on the better quality tapes, it is actually almost like watching DVD. And imagine on a studio quality tape, it practically is like watching DVD. So that's that one, and now we go on to the big, complex coffee table sort of thing. Welcome to Big Ugly Complex. What is this? Well, this is a £75,000 coffee table. Oh yes, this is the world's most expensive coffee table. It's not really. It isn't, honestly. What is it? Well, to answer that question, I'm going to bring the camera around here, and I'm going to take this top off. Don't worry, I've already screwed it. Get your minds out the gutter. But to remove that, you can see some stuff. We like stuff. Let's get this camera better. Look. Stuff. More stuff. And can we get a display in? And try. Okay. If I put that there and press the on button, makes a lot of noise. And then ready. Doing stuff. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, it's just waiting. Oh yeah. Look at that. What the bugger is it? It's Australian. Whoa, hey, hey. Okay, well that does that stuff. Come around the front. Oh, look. Touchpad. Yes, what is it? Well, it's an ATL P type. It's a Quantum ATL P1000 tape library. This thing holds about 1.2, it's about 10 years old apparently, and holds about 1.2 terabytes of data. And when you, bring this around here, when you, this thing would have put you back £75,000. And these tapes which it's trying to read at the moment. It's doing a setup at the moment because it's not been run for a while. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's got over this side now. Look at that, it's reading the tapes. What it's doing at the moment, it's reading these. Ow! Mustn't put fingers in there. It's reading all these the barcodes on these tapes, so it knows what tapes it's got. Amazing stuff, eh? Yes, this is going to go to the scrap now. Obviously I couldn't see that happen, so rescued it. And here it is, happily running away. We have some control software, so we can run this from the PC, and it will run happily. It's all scuzzy. There are 200 tapes, and when these were new, apparently these tapes, which hold about 40-50 gigabytes each, were around £50 each. So it's actually new value, about £10,000 worth of tapes here. Obviously not so valuable these days, but there was no way I could let something as cool as this visit the scrapyard. No way. So that's rescued. So there will be a full review of this once we've learned how to use it. It can hold quite a few tapes. It's not fully loaded at the moment. And there are four drives, of which I have down there. See them flashing away. Got one upstairs exposed, so you can actually see the inside of one of them. Well, it's a similar model anyway. And at the back we've got the back plane. It's all like mainframe architecture, and all the scuzzy connections and stuff around the back. I imagine it uses quite a bit of power. But there we go. And yes, the pink fluffy monk did allow me to have this in the living room. Thank you, Fluffy! Right, so that's our pickups, and it's quite amazing. And there are some other stuff, but so next, while I'm training myself on how to use this thing, there are going to be videos on the Einstein, the ZX Spectrum thing, and yes, I can use this as a coffee table. I can even do my projects on it. Oh, eh? Yep, still busy cataloguing itself there. Very cool. Right, so, hope you enjoyed. And I hope you're looking forward to some of the videos that are going to spin off this, so thank you all very much.